Hi, I'm Jonathan Ayest, and this is Psychology of Improvising. Now, in the previous video, I was looking at 4 voice textures separated with 2 voices in one hand and 2 voices in the other. Now, it is a little bit complicated. It's always a good idea to reduce. If you consciously reduce the task demands, it's much easier to perceive the relationships that we need to see within the texture. And this helps us to understand what we're doing and how better to do it. So I'm going to clearly reduce a 4 voice texture to 3 voices, and this helps me to better understand exactly what's going on in the contrapuntal relationships in the texture. That is my categorization of intervals and the movements I'm making. So this is my theme again. Now, if I add 2 voices to that in the left hand, what's going on? I calculate the lowest voice. It's always the lowest voice in a way is always the most important. As Johann Sebastian Bach said, start with a good bass line, everything else follows. So I start with calculating the intervals. Then I add the voice that makes up the harmony in the middle. And while I'm doing that, I can, in a way, intuitively add the middle voice. And then I have time to reflect and categorize what it is and what treatment I'm going to give it. So for example, at the end, I have a dissonant second which I can resolve onto the third. And then the theme comes down onto the perfect octave. You can hear this even better if I give the solo, the melody line, a solo stop. Now I play 2 voices on the flutes in one manual and this on the solo. So it's a mixture, of course, of conscious calculation and calculating my left hand in front, thinking, okay, I can do parallel 6, or conchi motion moving on to perfect consonances. But there's also an intuitive element. I intuitively add the middle voice, and this is just the right balance, so I don't have to pause for calculation. I'm not stuck, and I also don't have to waste time with unnecessary feedback. That's like looking back and assessing, was what I did right or wrong, because I know it's okay because I was calculating my dissonances according to the rules. Now I can also put 2 voices in the right hand and 1 in the left, and this would give quite a different kind of sound, and it's a different kind of calculation because now I have 2 voices in the right hand. But again, we're simplifying. It doesn't overload my cognitive demands. if you find that things get too complicated so that you're hesitating, simplify. Go back to 2 voices. Or, when you add a voice, add it for just a little bit. Just for those 3 chords. Try different ones. 2 voices. So it's always possible to reduce what I call the constraints of the task that demands simplify to 2 voices, shorten it to 2 or 3 chords, just so that you can manage things. When things are clear in your mind, you can move quickly, without hesitation and without doubt.